Hello everyone and welcome to the second episode of our presentations on the Ghana's Ministry of Education, brought to you by Yelmala Educational Consult. My name is Sule Yakubo and I am highly delighted to be honored by Dr. Sabo to present these lessons to you. Dr. Sabo is the brain behind Yelmala Educational Consult. He is the Chief Executive Officer of the Consult, the chief moderator as far as all our online classes are concerned, the coordinator and the chief director of affairs. At Yelmala Educational Consult, quite apart from our primary responsibility of providing high-quality educational consultation services to clients, we run the promotion capsules online classes, and we have grade specific classes for PS candidates, Assistant Director 2, Assistant Director 1, and Deputy Director. We also run online classes for the Ghana Teacher Licensure Examinations and many more others. In today's presentation, we are going to focus on some key areas of the Ministry of Education, including the following: functions of the Ministry of Education, 2. responsibilities of the Ministry of Education, and 3. services of the Ministry of Education. So without wasting time, let us dive right in and explore these areas, because you may have questions flowing from these areas in your GS aptitude test examinations. First of all, we are going to discuss about the functions of the Ministry of Education. So the number one key function of the Ministry of Education is that it initiates and formulates policy options on education for the consideration of the government. So if the government of Ghana has any plan to implement any educational policy, it is the Ministry of Education that will initiate and formulate this policy. Secondly, it initiates and advises on government plans. So if the government has any plan to introduce any educational policy, it is the Ministry of Education that initiates and advises the government on what to do. Thirdly, the Ministry of Education actually undertakes such researches as may be necessary for effective implementation of government policies. So if the government has any plan of introducing any policy, it is the ministry that undertakes some researches to ensure that the policy is implemented successfully. Again, the Ministry of Education reviews government's policies and plans, and also the Ministry of Education ensures that it coordinates and monitors the implementation of sector policies and strategies. So it does not only implement but coordinate all affairs or monitor the implementation of any educational policy. Now, we have come to the end of the functions of the Ministry of Education, and we are now going to be focusing on responsibilities of the Ministry of Education. Number one key responsibility of the Ministry of Education is that it is responsible for expanding access to quality education at all levels of education. So it is the ministry's responsibility to ensure that education is accessible to all children at all levels of education. Second responsibility of the Ministry of Education is that it provides and improves infrastructural facilities at all levels of education. Then, the Ministry of Education is also responsible for providing free education at the basic level. So it is the ministry's responsibility to ensure that education is provided for free for children at the basic education level. Another responsibility of the Ministry of Education is that it is its responsibility to make tertiary education more cost effective so that majority of Ghanaian children will have access to tertiary education. Again, the Ministry of Education is responsible in ensuring that it raises the quality of education in terms of teaching and learning for effective outcomes and making education more relevant to national goals and aspirations by actually focusing on technical and vocational education. So this is another key responsibility of the Ministry of Education. Let's look at the next responsibility of the Ministry of Education. It is the responsibility of the Ministry of Education to ensure that it establishes a well-coordinated and integrated system of scientific, technological, and social innovation for public-private sector partnership and development. So it is the ministry's responsibility to establish this coordination so that the public sector and the private sector will actually come into a very strong partnership. Now we will discuss the services of the Ministry of Education. 1. The Ministry of Education processes all incoming mails after they have been received. So any mail that have been sent to the Ministry of Education, it is their service to actually process these mails after receiving them. Secondly, it is the ministry's service to ensure that they guarantee that all clients are attended to on arrival at the ministry. So if you are a client or a stakeholder, you visit the Ministry of Education, it is his responsibility to ensure that you are attended to. And also, another service that the Ministry of Education provide is that it provides timely information to clients and stakeholders upon request. So if you are a partner of education or a stakeholder or any client and you request for information from the ministry, it is their responsibility to ensure that they provide timely feedback to your request. And another service of the Ministry of Education is that it vets, processes, and effects payments of claims after all relevant documents have been received. So the Ministry of Education actually also prepares sector reports. Okay, it prepares sector reports probably annually or quarterly, and then the Ministry of Education serves to The Ministry of Education also serves to improve quality of teaching and learning at all levels of education. Then, it also serves to improve access to and help participants in education and training. So it helps to improve access and also help participants in education and training. The ministry also serves to decentralize. It serves to decentralize the education management system. That is why we have education office at the district level, regional level, before the national level. The ministry also serves to promote accountability and transparency in the education sector of the country. Again, the Ministry of Education serves
we have come to the end of this presentation, and I hope you have taken note of the key points that we discussed in the presentation. We discussed about the functions of the Ministry of Education, the responsibilities of the Ministry of Education, and the services of the Ministry of Education. Thank you so much, and I hope you will make good use of this presentation, and I hope to also see you in another presentation. Thanks and bye.